So hello, welcome to Bentley's Backwoods Bushcraft, and this is Richard. So it is just a little after 2 o'clock. I'm back here in Anderson at the Anderson Trail. And what we're going to do is I'm going to head back into an area that I found that's a little wooded. I'm going to sit there. We're going to have a little bit of a lunch, and I'm going to do some fishing. So I'm going to move briskly and with purpose to the position that I'm looking for, which is about 2 miles in. It's just a little after 2 o'clock. Michelle gets off of work at 6. So I have about 4 hours or so to play with. I don't want to spend all that time meandering and wondering about places that I've already been and I've already showed you with this video. So what I'm going to do is I'll continue my walk, and once I hit my position I'll get back with you guys. I've also got my large ruck with me today that's probably, I don't know, about 15-20 pounds. It's not very big. Usually my large ruck is about 60 pounds. But I have some specific and simple gear with me today. A little bit of fishing gear, a little bit of cooking gear. So when we get to the spot that I'm looking for, I'll pull it out and I'll do a quick review of what I got. And we'll get to fishing. And I'll sit down and I've got a little steak I want to cook up. Alrighty, so I'm here at the breakoff point where I'm going in to the actual wooded area. Now there's still plenty of people around up there, so this is not isolated by any means, but it is off the beaten path. And it looks very nice. So I'm going to set up over here and we'll see what's going on. I did consider bringing my waders out here and wading across this creek and going over to the other side over there, but I decided that I wasn't going to do that today. Oh yeah, I didn't get that. Big old herring up in a tree. So anyway, this is where I'm going to be. I'm going to set up right here. And as soon as I get things set up, I'll get right back with you. Alrighty, so I'm sitting here. I'm looking out at the small creek, and I actually saw a fish jumping. Little small thing, but there are fish out there. So I will probably grab my trap and try to set it up, even though the water's moving a little rough. I will definitely get my pole out and toss out there. So what I'm going to do right now is I will show you some of the gear that I brought out with me. I am carrying, of course, my EDC. I always have that, of course, everyday carry. I do have my phone out here. It is right now about 20 after, so it did take me about 20 minutes to walk back here. I have my large ruck, and I have my favorite small pole with me. So let's dig into that ruck real quick, and I'll show you a quick overview of what I got. Alright, so what I brought along with me is I did bring my umbrella, although there is not supposed to be any rain today, but the last time I was out here it did rain and I didn't expect it to. So I do have that for just in case. I have about 2 cups of drinking water. Also, I brought along with me my nice saw knife here, which I constantly use. Along with my Walmart brand cheapy knife. I brought it today instead of the Mora that Sty sent me, because I want to play around with this one for a little while. I also brought out here a cheapy lensetic compass from Walmart. I was a little concerned about this because I just opened it up today, and it was kind of running a little slow for me. It was taking its sweet time to get to a direction, so, but it does work. And it looks like I am facing somewhat of a northeast direction. Yeah. Looks like about a 60 degrees right there. So anyway, got that with me just in case. There's really no realistic chance of me getting lost out here because I'm not going to go wandering off through the creek and getting myself turned around and maybe a tenth of a mile or even less to my right east is the main trail, so I'm not going to get lost. See, what else did I bring out with me? All right, so I did bring my fishing trap. Did bring that with me. May or may not be using that today. I'm not 100% positive whether I will. I do know though I will be doing a little bit of fishing regardless. And in here are my worms. I do hope to do a little bit of cooking, heating up some water for some cocoa. I think I have some apple cider with me. I also have ramen noodle, and I did bring a Dollar Tree piece of meat with me. But I do have this kit here, and I have shown this kit before, so I do have this kit with me here when I do decide I want to start cooking something, so that way I don't have to start like a pit fire or anything here. I actually got something to cook on. Now, I do have canned heat with me. I have some fancy heat from the Dollar Tree, and I will probably use that, but it's not a guarantee. On the way here, I did think about maybe wanting to start a wood fire in that, and I was really thinking it would be a perfect opportunity for me to use one of my cheese graters for some of the wood, because just reaching down here, there's tons of dried wood here. It would make perfect, although I forgot to grab my grater. So luckily, not too far away from here is a Dollar Tree, so I actually stopped off at the Dollar Tree and purchased this one right here. And I love these as creating fire starting from wood. Just grind that up here and it makes a nice little powdery dust down there. And we will be using this today, if nothing more, just for demonstration. And I have done demonstrations of this before. There, another fish jumped. Let's see here. Alrighty. Bucket number 1. So I brought out here, I did some apple cider. I got a spoon, a fork, and a knife. There's a duck. There is a big pack of cocoa here. Again, my cocoa and my ramen noodle set up here. And I did bring a cutting board, a small cutting board out here, just in case. And this was in the freezer up until this morning when I left. and it is now completely thawed out. This is a nice ribeye steak from the Dollar Tree, and I'm hoping to be able to cook this out here today. We're gonna have some fun with that. I did bring an almost full 2-liter bottle. This may actually be 3 liters of water, a nice little towel, and lastly, in this Country Rich Neapolitan ice cream tote that I have here. And again, you've seen this stuff before. I have 2 things of this Fancy Heat. I have my hand crank flashlight. I have my tin of char, and I have my fire kit with me. And that generally is what's in this tote right here. So it's everything that I brought with me today. So what I'm gonna do is, I think I'm gonna do a little fishing first. I'm just gonna do some fishing with my pole. The water is moving a little bit much for me, I think, to throw that trap out right now. I may play with it a little bit later, but right now I'm going to get my pole set up.